up, everybody? It's Dawn, the Self-Esteem Queen, and I have another Ask the SEQ that I think is going to be relevant to a lot of people because there are so many people that are sitting in dead relationships and dead friendships and dead associations, and for whatever reason, you guys always hit me up asking me if you should stay. And so today's question and answer is just for you guys. And the question says, Dear Dawn, what do you do when you want to be a part of other people's lives, but you don't want to be a part of their drama? A lot of my friends from high school and college are still in the same place doing the same things. And when I'm around them, I always feel bad because my life is progressing and theirs is not. Help me make sense of this. I will help you to make sense of this. You are holding on to dead weight. At a certain point in life, you have to know when it's time to let go. Now, I have friends who I don't see all the time, rarely, next to never, because I spend a lot of my time working, and if I'm not working, I'm taking care of the twins. So my work-life balance is such that oftentimes I don't have time to really hang out or kick it and associate with my friends in that manner. Normally, if my friends see me, they see me because they've either called me in to do something for their organization, the organization they work for. They need me to talk to somebody in their family who may be promiscuous or an out-of-control teen or someone, that type of thing. But people know that I'm not coming to this event or that event or your mother's 60th birthday. Like, I just don't do stuff like that. So what ends up happening is oftentimes I don't really want to, when there is a situation where I can come together with people, I don't really want to go because I'm going to feel uncomfortable talking about my life for the last however long it's been since I've seen these people or this person. It sort of feels like a job interview or some sort of interview which I'm not getting paid for, and I always feel that people are judging me because of that. Now, the reality is that if your friends are still in the same place doing the same thing, that means that they're not growing. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anything that's not growing is dying. So if you are in friendships or relationships, right, where you're growing and you don't want to give your good news because you know they're not going to celebrate you the way that you would celebrate them, that's not a friend. If you are in a desperate situation, okay, and you pick up your phone and you can't call these people, they're not your friends. We need to stop calling people friends, okay? Because words mean things, and most of the people that I know are my acquaintances or my associates, okay? They don't know anything about me other than what I choose to put out on the internet or things that they knew about me from way back when. I know that people like to have friendships. I know friendships are like so important to a lot of people. But the best way to be a friend to somebody else is to first learn how to be a friend to yourself. And when you're a friend to yourself, you don't spend time with people who make you feel bad for doing good, who joke about your growth while they're not growing, or people who discourage you from growing. I know people who have never left, like the Compton, Linwood, Carson, Bellflower area of Los Angeles, California. They've never left. They've never even been down to the beach, and they're stuck in this place, right, where they don't want to go too far out of this comfort zone that they live in. And what ends up happening is that their growth is stunted, okay? And you may be around people who have a stunted growth, and you have to love yourself enough to say, I'm going to be your friend from afar. I have lots of friends who are my friends from afar, okay? I'd say maybe about 5 or 6. And for me, 5 or 6 is a lot, so I don't have that many friends. I know a lot of people don't have that many friends. Okay, what else did you say? You said that when you're around them, you always feel bad because your life is progressing and theirs is not. Why would you even want to be around somebody whose life is not progressing? Like, I know that people, I'm almost 36. I'll be 36 in a few months. I know that people make a big deal out of having a crew, okay? I'm a crewless leader. It doesn't matter what field of work I'm talking about, I'm a crewless leader. I don't hang out with other motivational speakers. I know a lot of motivational speakers, but I don't hang out with other motivational speakers. Why? Because the spirit of competition will always creep in. That's how the enemy works. The spirit of competition always creeps in. Next thing you know, someone who was your friend is no longer your friend. Someone who was your colleague is now talking about you behind your back. And you're left to wonder, how come you're not invited to this event or that event? It happens to me all the time, especially in the child trafficking arena. Now, I have colleagues. I wouldn't really say that they're my friends because I don't go to this meeting and that meeting. I'm providing the solution instead of talking about solutions. So what happens is that people don't see my face out there and they automatically assume that I'm not doing my part. However, in the last 14 years, I've rescued over 4,600 kids, okay? No reality show cameras. Never been on OWN talking about it. Because when you really are in the field of work that you love, you're not doing it for the reasons of ego, okay? I know a lot of people in different fields that I work in that are doing things specifically just for ego, to say they know that person, that council member, and none of them are making any money. So it looks really bad when I come in and I may not go to every task force meeting. I may not speak at every child sex trafficking event, but I'm getting the grants quietly. There's a spirit of competition that comes into the world of other survivors of child sex trafficking or just survivors of prostitution, period. And that alone taught me something very fast. It taught me that not everybody is your friend. And sometimes you can't even tell your colleagues about your great news. So guess what? When I see people, right, in a social setting, I do my hi, I do my bye, good to see you, because it genuinely is. And then I go back to my bubble, okay? You become the average of the 5 people that you're around the most. Jim Rohn said it, and I believe it. And that's why I quote it all the time. You cannot hang around people who don't know how to use their wings to fly while you're soaring like an eagle, because they're going to get upset because you're soaring like an eagle and they don't know how to use their wings to fly. Okay? It's the same with friends. I don't want to hang out and kick it with somebody that's doing the same thing that they were doing last year, the year before, the year before. That's not to say that if somebody has been at a job for a certain amount of time that I don't want to hang around them. That's to say that if you're still talking about the same gripes, if you're still married to somebody and still complaining about that person instead of getting a separation or a divorce, if you're in a relationship, or rather a relationship, and you're still talking about it, right, and then making up and breaking up and making up, I don't want to be a part of it. Because one thing that I don't want to do with my friendships, I don't want to enable my friends, okay? Because normally, if your friend has drama in their life and they tell you that drama, then you take on that drama. I don't want to take on anybody else's drama because I don't have any drama of my own. So it's very difficult for me to take on the drama of other people. It sounds to me like you're searching for people to be close to you, and maybe I would recommend you finding a new crew, right? I don't like hanging around people that much, but you may, and I'm not here to judge you for that. I will find a new crew because I would want to be around people who are like-minded. I would want to be around people who think like me, who act like me, who talk like me, who are proactive like me, who are ambitious like me. I wouldn't want to be around somebody that didn't understand the struggle of being an entrepreneur and having multiple businesses and having multiple things that I create. I wouldn't want to be around someone who didn't understand that life because I wouldn't be able to have a great conversation with that person. I think that what you should do is change the people around you. And the best way to have great friendships is to be a friend to yourself first. So what you really should do is sit down and set boundaries, okay? These are the things that I want to talk about. These are the things that I don't want to talk about. These are the things that I want to be involved in. These are the things that I don't want to be involved in. These are the types of conversations I'm wanting to have with my friends. These are the types of outings that I want to go on with my friends. When you start to do that, you'll be able to sort of pick out the people who are not in your life for you. People that no longer serve you. People who no longer serve their own purpose in your life. And I think that sometimes You have to let people go. It's okay to reduce somebody back down to a Facebook friend. It's okay to reduce somebody back down to a Twitter friend or whatever social media you're on. It's okay to reduce somebody back to high school days or reduce somebody back to college days, because guess what? People change every day. Some of us are growing and some of us are dying. And if you continue to hang around dead weight, guess what you're going to be?